This is part 5 of measuring model 1966. In this video we're going to have a look at establishing all the window areas that are associated with the kitchen. Now here's the front of the building, so clearly the kitchen's at the back of the building, and so therefore if we want to find these windows we want to look at the rear elevation. So if you go to the rear elevation, you can see that all of the windows on that side of the building have been indicated. Now, one thing to bear in mind, whenever you're looking at a house, you've got the front side, the rear side, obviously you've got the right-hand side, and you have the left-hand side. The right and left-hand sides are established by you physically standing looking at the house, so that when you're doing that, this becomes the right-hand side and this becomes the left-hand side. Now, I mention that because when you walk around into the backyard, and now if you look at the house from the opposite direction, in other words, if we're looking at the house like this now suddenly this wall is technically on your right side and this wall is technically on the left side. And so we have to have a convention. We just can't have these two walls flipping, because then nobody would know what wall you're talking about. So notwithstanding that now we're in the backyard looking at the back of the house, this is still the left side and this is still the right side. Okay, so that now when you look at this house and you compare it to the elevation, you should see that this window lines up with this window, this window lines up with that window, this window lines up with that window, and this window lines up with that window. Now note that we do have a window on this side, and so obviously we can't see that from the rear elevation, so we will need to, in this case, go to the right side view in order to get the size of this window. But for now, let's concentrate on getting the area of these four windows here. So as you can see, the window dimensions have been given to you. So it's simply a matter of taking those dimensions and multiplying them together to get square feet. You'll notice that they are given to you in square inches, so we will need to convert them to square feet. So let's deal with this first window here. So it says it's 36 3/4 by 32.5. So that's going to be 36.75 times 32.5. And so that equals 1,194.375 square inches. However, we need this to be in square feet, so you will divide this by 144, and that gives us 8.29 square feet. Now when you get square feet, we'll round up. However, because we've got a number of different windows here, let's jot down the exact area first, and then we'll do a final rounding once we've determined the area of all the windows. So this first window is 8.29 square feet. Now we've got this window. So this window is 24.75 times 58.125. 1/8 is equal to 0.125. Okay, so that equals 1,438.59 square inches. We'll divide that by 144, and we see that we get 9.99 square feet. Now, if you notice, this window is exactly the same size as this window. The only difference is that it's facing in a different direction. But the area of that window is still the same, so we can still jot that down as 9.99 square feet. Now we've got this large window. So the large window is 60.75 times 58.125. So that's 3,531 square inches. We'll divide by 144, and we end up with 24.52 square feet. Okay, now that we have determined the area of the windows currently that we can see, we still know that there is one more window on the right-hand side of the kitchen we need to find the area for, but for now we can find the we can jot down the areas of these windows. So the front direction is very important, and normally you would want to establish the actual front direction. If you don't know what the front direction is, in other words, if this is a brand new house in a brand new subdivision, then you don't know exactly what the front direction will be. If that's the case, you always have to choose southwest as the front-facing direction. So for this example, let's do that. The front of this house will be facing southwest. So you can certainly just jot that down here as a reminder. Okay? So then we know that if this is southwest, this is going to be southeast. Then the back would be northeast, and the left side is going to be northwest. So it might be convenient for you to jot down the directions just so that you can keep them handy. Now you notice that here we've got this wall is angled and this wall is angled. So therefore this window is actually facing like that, and this window is actually facing in this direction. So that means that if this is actually northeast, then what we're looking at is this is north and this is going to be east. So from that standpoint, we have to put two windows facing northeast, one window facing north, and one window facing east. So on your worksheet, you can see that we've got the different directions available to us. So the first direction is north. Well, we found that these two windows were both 9.99 square feet, so we can simply round that up to 10 square feet. So we're going to write down 10 square feet in the north direction, and we're going to write down 10 square feet in the east direction. So there's the north-facing window, there's the east-facing window. Now we've got these two windows here, which are both facing northeast. Therefore, we can combine the area of any windows facing in the same direction. So from our worksheet, we found this smaller window to be 8.29 square feet plus 24.52 square feet So that makes 32.8 square feet. So we're going to round that up to 33 square feet facing, in this case, northeast, northwest. It's the same row, so we can put in 33 square feet. Now we'll have, in the next video, we'll have a look at measuring up the window here on the southeast side, and then finding our net wall area.